In today's matchup, we have a defense that loves to quickly get off the field. The Eagles are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Giants, who will need to be sharp on offense. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, thank you. We are just off I-95 at the home of the Eagles, Lincoln Financial Field on the south side of Philadelphia. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. They go play action here on first down. And it's caught. Kobe Fleener. And he gets it. The 40, they'll mark him down at the 39. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The first carry now. This is Lacy. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Left side and caught by Fleener. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. To the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And Anderson's got it. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Then to throw again. And the tight end has it. It's Fleener. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Again, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
First down throw for Bridgewater. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And right away, he lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Startulele is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got Fuller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll still in search of the first down after that last completion. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Will tie the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Then here's the all-rookie punter from 2015, Matt Darr, on now to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route, because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
2nd down following the run. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. And that is Incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stout troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
That's taken on the 25. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Trying to lay one up deep. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Second down, Bridgewater. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
It's complete to Fuller. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Eagles.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hey. 4 down. Set. Blue 58. Tiger. Force.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Going deep this time. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Braxton Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Here we go. Man 38.
And just a short, and the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. This time, Roethlisberger will throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So completion on second down, that brings up third. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Jatavis Brown picked it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, That's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's go. Wide Eddie. Let's go. Wide Eddie. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cut. Check.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Hey, shut in right. One shut in. Hey, 4 down. Get ready. Blue 58. 53.
Bridgewater now on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They come out here in the eye. First down, Bridgewater. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll put Fuller in motion right. Andre Ellington, his first carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. 2nd down, Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. The second down throw for Bridgewater. And he fires one incomplete. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Wide Eddie.
On third down, Bridgewater. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
And a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And Ford's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The all-pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Anderson's got it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be second down. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Back to the ground, it's Lacey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Jatavis Brown picked it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. Force. Check.
They'll put Fuller in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Here's Bridgewater. Surveying the field. Going deep this time for Miller. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Braxton Miller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion and bolts.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. One last shot for Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Philadelphia, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.